All right, everybody. David Traylor of the Traylor Law Firm coming to you with a very red-looking face from the lighting in here. I don't know. It's not as bad as it was earlier. We'll see what happens when I get behind somebody and they've got their brake lights on. But what I want to talk about today is Fugitive From Justice Writs. I've talked about it before. It's important stuff because when people get arrested on out-of-state warrants, whether they're in Texas on a warrant from somewhere else or in another state on a warrant from Texas, they've got a bad problem because they're not going to set bonds on those cases, and you're not going to be able to get out of jail. And then you have to wait on however long it takes for that agency to come pick you up on their timeline, on their schedule. They don't give a crap about your schedule, about what the things in your life are that you have to get back to. And another thing about this, when it happens, is a lot of times these things are a total surprise to the client, to the person in jail, because, you know, when you get a ticket, for instance, you know about the ticket because you get it in your hand. And second, if you get a ticket and you don't do anything about it, the city that gave you the ticket is going to send you a letter. But when you get a criminal charge, unless you're arrested at the scene, which happens a lot, but there are a lot of criminal charges that you can get, that you can be charged with crimes that you don't even know that you're charged with anything. The state, the DA's office, the city police department, whoever, the law enforcement agency, whether it's feds or state or county, they're not going to send you a letter saying, we think you might have committed a crime here, and it might not be you, but they say it is, and so we put a warrant out for your arrest, and we'd like to let you know about it because you can turn yourself in at the county and maybe make your trip a little easier by pre-setting the bond and getting your lawyer to smooth the process for you so you're not stuck in jail. No, they don't do that. They just put a warrant out. They put it on the regional system, or if it's a felony, they put it on the statewide, nationwide systems. And surprise, surprise, next time any law enforcement officer has a reason to run your name, if you're right there with them, they're going to arrest you. And if you're out of state when that happens, say you're getting ready to travel out of the country, or whatever the case may be, if you're not in the county where that warrant's from, you've got to wait to be transferred, and they won't set a bond on that. You'll be stuck in jail, and whatever obligations you're trying to meet, whatever vacations you have planned, whatever payments you have to make that you might not be able to make from in jail, your life is going to start getting bad quickly. It's going to deteriorate, and the longer you're in there, the worse it's going to get. You can lose your job, you can lose your home, you can lose your car, you can lose your relationships, lots of things, and you can have things start being taken away from you, in fact. So that's why Fugitive From Justice Writs are so important, because they help people get back out of custody when there's no other way to do it. No other way except for waiting for a long time to get snatched out of the place that you're in and taken back to the place that you're supposed to be. So this helps you get out so you can go back up to wherever that warrant's from on your own terms and deal with it. And like I said, these things a lot of times are on a surprise basis, so it's just out of the blue, bam, you're in custody and you're stuck like Chuck. So Fugitive From Justice Writs allow us to help you get back out of that situation. So they're very valuable tools, and it's a tool that a lot of people don't know about, and you're kind of almost lucky if someone searches for this and finds that it's available or happens to mention that you can do this, because really it's esoteric, and a lot of people who get in this situation don't know what to do, and they don't find this path. They don't find people who know how to do it. I think there are a lot of criminal defense lawyers who have no idea what this is, certainly no idea how to do it, and also no idea how to get it done when it's a very time-sensitive process that can certainly only be done during court hours, and you have to be careful about when you try to go do it during court hours because it takes a while to get done. You can't really start this in the afternoon with the hopes of getting it done. You have to start it bright and early in the morning. And whoever's doing it has to know how to, or have the experience to, or just have the gumption to push through whatever resistance is had. Let me show you that. This is under Clyde Warren Park. So, yeah, it's something that requires somebody who knows what the hell they're doing to get it done. And that's kind of why I like doing them so much, because I know what I'm doing and I can push through all the crap that's thrown my way, all the no's, all the resistance, all the misinformation. And boy, some of the misinformation that you get, if I follow that or my client follows it, it's over. They're stuck. They gotta take that ride. And then, you know, whether a governor's warrant is sought or whether they just find out when that agency's going to come pick you up, it can be a long, lonely, stressful, depressing, damaging process. A Fugitive From Justice Writ cuts all that off, gets you back out so you can go up there wherever that warrant is on your own terms and get it handled. So that's what it is. And I did one this weekend, Friday actually. Got it done actually pretty quickly, but I can tell you the stories of what I had to fight through to get it done. It was a lot. Let me show you the bridge. This is, what is this? The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. Anyway, I had to fight through a lot to get that thing done, but I got it done. And then even when the person was going through the bond process to get out of jail, suddenly up comes a bunch of more resistance that I had to fight through, and I actually had to go up to the jail. And you know, there was a supervisor that had already left the bond desk saying, no, this can't be done, you got to void that bond, you're gonna have to deal with this Monday. And when a supervisor leaves the jail and says that, that's pretty much set in stone, especially if there's not another supervisor coming on the next shift to talk to, which there wasn't. It's a strange set of circumstances. So I knew that I was fighting a very uphill battle because they had already been committed to their answer, and there wasn't someone authoritative enough to override the supervisor who had already left. Well, in that department. But thankfully I had a judge's order. I had a copy of that order. I lived 5 minutes from the jail. I was there in a flash. I talked to the right people, and not only did I talk to the right people, but I knew who I had to talk to beyond just the right people in the departments I was dealing with. I had to talk to someone who could tell them what to do. And so that's what I did. I got it done. I pushed through all that resistance. It was, I understand why it happened. There was a very common sense reason why they had confusion on the issue. And understanding what was going on was part of what was needed to unravel it and get it turned around in my favor. So no one had to come back up and make a new bond. They unvoided the bond, accepted it, walked it around, and the person got out. So that was very satisfying, very, very good for the client. And man, though, what a fight. I wanted to mention, I'm wearing pajamas right now. I'm in my car. It's Sunday night. I've got my to-go food that I just picked up from, there's a lot of food, but it's from my family. I just picked it up from a very good restaurant called Hungry Belly. Now, I will say that they're very busy, and we had a little glitch in the order, in the sense that it came out 20 minutes later than it should have. So my kids are supposed to be going to bed. We're supposed to be finishing this meal right now, and instead we're about to start it. So that wasn't ideal, but I am wearing my pajamas because I didn't have to get out of the car. It was curbside, and look, I got a little piping here on my sleeves, on the cuffs of the pants. These pajamas are very comfortable, great. And I think for this video I should put my collar up and make it look a little more professional. Maybe it's a little late in the video to be doing that. But that's Fugitive From Justice Writ. It's a very important tool. I wish more people knew about it. Not so much for my sake, because I make some good money when I do these things, but primarily it's because it's such a shame when someone gets stuck in jail and they don't even know the right way to take advantage of this and get out. And no one's telling them, and no one knows about it. That's such a shame, because there are people who could get back on their feet right away and recover and not get stuck. I mean, these people just get stuck. It's horrible. So anyway, that's why I like Fugitive From Justice Writs. I always close out my videos by saying that it's only a free country if you're not in jail. It's really true. And so try to stay out of jail. If you get in trouble, call us, because we'll help you do whatever it takes to get out. And and that's it. I'm going to close out now because my phone's ringing. Take care, everybody.